So today is the day they need to step up and make a statement. All right, my champs or my greats and my chumps or my ain'ts. Chumps, champs, greats, ain'ts. Still don't know which way I'm going to go. All right, a little bit of applause for that impromptu rap and rhyme and that little song that I just put together. But hey, my champs for this game, obviously the running game all the way around, not one single player, but DeAndre Swift, 21 yards, 21 carries, 90 yards. Kyle Monangai, 12 carries, 23 yards. This also includes the O-line. Center Drew Dahlman graded out at 72.8. Guard Jonah Jackson graded out at 67.4. All right. So some great grades there on the offensive line. I'm including it's the running game. That's one of my champs, the running game for the Bears versus the Vikings. I'm going to show Nahshon Wright. I'm going to show the kid some love. He came back like a champ for that pick in the end zone, negating a Vikings TD drive, a Vikings drive and a possible TD. And I'm going with honorable mention on champs for Kevin Byard with his 5th pick of the season, which leads the NFL. Nahshon Wright is tied for 2nd place with Tremaine Edmonds as a leader in the NFL in interceptions. One of my other champs this week, Cole Kmet, the only receiver to snag all 5 targets and finish the game with 5 catches, 45 yards for a 9-point-yard average. He and Colston Loveland were graded out as two of the top offensive players at 80.0 for Loveland and 79.7 for Cole Kmet. My last champ in here is Devin Duvernay for the clutch kickoff return of 56 yards at the end of the game to help seal the victory after Santos' 48-yard field goal. Now, I was going to give Caleb Williams some love for kind of controlling that game, not turning over the ball, and keeping the Bears within distance, striking distance to win that game. That's something I'm going to talk about with Caleb Williams here before we get to forgotten NFL legends. So let me get through my chumps for the game versus the Viking, or my ain'ts. That Bears 4th quarter defense, the whole gosh damn thing all the way around. You go into the 4th quarter with a 16-3 lead. You let the Vikings end up taking the lead with 50 seconds left to go. And Nick McLeod and Josh Blackwell, Blackwell, it was earlier in the game. He has a returner interference. That tacks on more yards for the Vikings. I want to say it's so close in my mind that I think that happened on one of the 4th quarter touchdowns that the Vikings had. And Nick McLeod, the key 4th and 4, you had just kind of put some pressure on 3rd down. You forced 4th down. It was 4th and 4. You, as a defensive back, you got to know that these receivers are going to set up at the sticks. They're not going to try to take the ball, break the ball downfield, turn the ball over that way. And you're playing in coverage there, and you too much of a cushion, right? You let that Vikings receiver stop his route right inside the 1st down yardage marker, turn and make that easy catch. That leads to the touchdown and that drive in which the Vikings end up taking the lead. That last drive led to the go-ahead TD for the Vikings. It was 17-16 at that point. All right. So that 4th quarter defense for me was a chump. I'm going to list Cairo Santos as a chump just for missing the 45-yard field goal in the 4th quarter that would have given you and the Bears the 19 points and would have forced an onside kick or something there at the end of the game because you would have already had the lead. He wouldn't have had to come back out and kick the 48-yard game winner. So that's why I had issues with Cairo Santos giving him a game ball. He's one of my chumps just for missing. And then we learned during the week that the Commanders signed Jake Moody off the Bears practice squad. Jake Moody did a great job for us, 8 of 9 in field goals for the 2 games when Santos was injured. And I have a strange feeling, the way Santos has been missing kicks lately, that this kicking game may come back to, or letting Jake Moody walk may come back to bite the Bears in the ass. All right. So, like I said, those are my chumps for the week versus the Vikings.